Hey guys, today I'm trying to get to the bottom of the caffeine and coffee debate. Is it good for us, bad for us, neutral? I'm talking to health and wellness expert Dan Miller about the proper role of caffeine in our diets and also how to have really good sleep hygiene so that we can sleep well and feel really good. Welcome to Happiness Adventure. I'm Lisa, and together we'll explore ways to cultivate real joy in our lives. I want to talk to you about caffeine today because it's become a real big part of our culture. And I want to tease out with you, is coffee and caffeine in general okay for us as humans?
Yeah, well, so this gets weird because next to crude oil, the number two traded commodity worldwide is coffee.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
So we love our magic bean juice, and it's not bad for you, but there's some things that we do with it that makes it horrible for you. So caffeine has been a part of our life for a long, long time. The Tibetans have been doing yak butter tea for thousands of years. So caffeine in and of itself isn't a bad thing for us. It's what are we in our modern society doing with it that really might be causing the harm. So the number one thing I tell people, and just remember this, is the average person, and this is the average person, some of us are anomalies, the average person has a half-life of caffeine when they drink it of about 8 hours. So when you drink caffeine at 3 in the afternoon, half of it still hasn't been metabolized at 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
That could disrupt your sleeping patterns because we're drinking caffeine too late in the day. And a lot of people don't realize it's that big of a problem. And they're going to tell me, well, I can't stay awake during the day unless I have caffeine. Well, that's probably because they violated the other only rule I have with caffeine. I have two, and they're based on what modern science has to say about caffeine. The first one is don't drink it late in the day. So my other rule, rule two, is don't have caffeine for the first hour. Put water in your body for the first hour because that's what you were losing last night. You put water in for the first hour, get your bedroom or your bathroom bright and warm. That'll help wake you up. That'll help your adrenaline and cortisol come up. They're your awake hormones. And then you start your caffeine IV or however you guys take your caffeine. Then you start drinking coffee after you've been awake for an hour. Watch how you feel after about 2 weeks of that because you feel radically different because you're not addicted to caffeine anymore. You'll still get the headaches if you leave it completely out, and I would encourage that anyway, right? Purge yourself off of that stuff for about a week or even a month.
I know you've also mentioned good sleep hygiene. Could we touch
Yeah.
quickly on what that means?
Yeah. So the triggers that put us to sleep are the triggers that have put us to sleep for millions of years. Darkness and cold. So those are your two triggers. Well, that makes sense then that we'd make our bedroom dark and cold. And so how cold, right? Because there's marriages that break up over this. How cold should the bedroom be? You guys, most of the statistics from the scientists who study sleep are saying about 60 degrees.
Oh my
So
goodness.
drooling all night and sweating all night and all that stuff's coming out of you as your body, it creates a lot of extra heat to do some of these repair and detox mechanisms. So cooling you down a little bit is going to help you with that. So dark and cold, those are the first two rules. The third rule, and this is for us in modern society, is your bed should be used for two things. Yeah, sleeping and practicing making new people. That's the list. If you're not in bed doing one of those things, you shouldn't be in bed. So we shouldn't be reading in bed. That's a horrible idea. That sends a signal to our brain that we should be reading when we hit the bed. I want to be reading in a chair next to the bed. That's a radically different response to my brain than when I lie down and I'm in the tool that my body only knows I should be doing one of two things in. That's what you're going to do in the bed. And then you want to make sure you got some sun on your skin because you produce this magic when your skin is exposed to UVB radiation. Now we have to be careful here because you can't have too much sun because then you're going to burn and that exacerbates your skin cancer risk. But if you get no sun ever, you will never make vitamin D. And you can get some of it from your food, but you got to look at what kind of food you're eating, right? Go outside at lunch, take a little walk, 10 to 15 minutes. You don't need more than that. Take your sunglasses off for real. You need that sun exposure in your retinas. You need that full spectrum daylight in your face. I like to tell people to go out at noon. Ideally, I'd want you to do it a little earlier from 8 to 11-ish, but noon is going to be a good time for most people because that's when they take a lunch break. So eat your lunch, go for a walk, show as much skin as you are able to show without getting arrested. or without getting frostbite if you live in the Midwest. The reason I'm saying sunlight and vitamin D when it comes to sleep is because that vitamin D is a precursor to serotonin. So without it, you can't make the happy juice that you're making right now that makes you happy. You guys get this straight. Without the sun, your mood is less. Figure it out. Ask yourself, go, well, wait a minute. Yeah, that makes sense. On a rainy, cloudy day, I just want to stay in bed and watch Netflix. And on a bright, sunny day, you want to be outside doing stuff. That we need the sun to produce some of those happy juice hormones. Guess what? At night, when it's dark and cold, those things start converting to your sleepy time hormones. So what you're doing right now is affecting how you're going to sleep later today.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us such valuable information for our health and our happiness, Dan.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're doing.
I just had the privilege of speaking with health and wellness expert Dan Miller, and Dan travels all over the world sharing this information with people and helping them be happier and healthier. The links to all of his resources are in the description box right below this video, so please be sure to check those out. While you're there in the comment section, let me know, what is one habit that you can improve for your sleep hygiene? Before you go, subscribe to Feed Your Happy with a bite-sized video each week, and I look forward to seeing you soon for our next happiness adventure.